RWBY!
Yay!
So much RWBY! It's a little weird that they've got a PSA going after only 3 episodes, but
again, it
extra
makes
live
sense.
stream.
It makes complete and total sense, which, by the way, if you didn't
That's
tune in
wild.
to the extra live stream at any point, oh my gosh.
So many things. I'm sure there are already highlight videos. I mean, this is like a week and some change after the fact by the time this video is going up.
Oh, guys.
So yeah, we have a world of Remnant between kingdoms.
Yes.
Gregory's. All right, let's do this. Get to listen to Crow get drunk and talk about life.
Well,
Crowlissa explains it all.
let's talk about the communication hubs.
So, now you know more about the kingdoms.
Yeah, we do.
What's between the big cities?
I would love to audit one of his
Okay.
classes,
The
right?
answer is Grimm. There's no reason to beat around the bush. They're out there.
Grimm everywhere.
Probably won't go well if you run into one.
Grimm for days.
That's okay.
Grimm for days.
It's your hunts. Or hunt trends. And you've trained at one of the major academies, so you're probably fine. Just don't get yourself overrun by a pack of them.
You're probably fine,
Now,
except when you're
After a
not.
long day of killing Grimm and saving the world, you're going to probably want to stop at a small town inn.
Ah, for
Small
people on the
villages dot the
road.
land between the major cities. You might ask, with the wilderness being so dangerous, why not just live in the big cities? Well, that life isn't meant for everyone. These small towns are founded by people that have a problem with the kingdoms, or don't want to deal with the kingdom's problems, or maybe just enjoy the simpler life and would rather take their chances in the wild than in a kingdom.
Interesting.
It goes about as well as you think. If
Wow.
founders are smart, then there's a good chance these towns can survive for the same reason the kingdoms continue to. Natural barriers, strong defenses, and stubborn citizens.
Rebel, rebel,
If you
rebel.
don't have at least a
Pretty
few of
much.
those, then the chances of a town lasting more than a year isn't great.
Wow.
Damn.
Fortunately, it's not just the Grimm running around ruining towns. Wandering bandits are another threat. These groups of usually fairly skilled fighters travel the land, never settling in one place. They often prey on convoys, sending goods between kingdoms. That's not all. These raiders will often wait for a town to be at its weakest, maybe after a Grimm attack, or while its fighters are out hunting, before finally moving in at night.
You cost me my airships, you jerks.
The worst part is, if the Grimm hadn't attacked before, you better be damn sure they will now. You can't exactly have bandits raid your town without at least a few negative emotions. This is also
You don't
why
say.
bandits never stay in the towns they conquer. With attitudes like the ones they have, Grimm tend to be pretty interested in them as well. As long as they keep moving, they've got a better chance of survival.
If you leave a wake of
Besides
misery,
these
though,
small
that's
towns,
a trail right
the
to
areas
you.
between kingdoms really depend on the continent. Harsh deserts, icy tundras, lush forests, you name it. At this point, pretty much every inch of Remnant has been mapped out. Although there are some areas that no one's gone into and come out alive.
Dragon.
That one! That
Of
one!
course, somewhere out there is where she is.
Dragon. Dragon.
She being Salem?
Well, yeah. Dragon.
Well, you
Dragon.
know,
Dragon.
talking about she,
Dragon.
obviously Salem is who we're talking about, but you know who's running around that we don't know where?
Cinder.
No, Yang's mom.
That too.
She's off running around somewhere, dressed in black and red, doing her own thing. We don't know what her agenda is.
I don't know if
She's
she
just
has
kind
an
of
agenda.
a rogue right now.
So basically, if you're living outside of a kingdom, life sucks.
Yeah!
Life is difficult, and then you die. Like,
Well, and if you
damn.
live in one of the bigger cities, you have to put, like, if you're living in Mistral, yeah, you get the protection in the bigger city, but you also have to put up with the black market. If you're living in Atlas, you have to put up with military regime. If you're living in is it Vacuo?
Yeah.
You know, you have to deal with the rough and tumble lifestyle, which again, if you can survive here, you're welcome here, but you gotta survive first. So
basically it was the normal kingdom that got wrecked.
Yeah. I mean, one of the reasons why taking out Vale is so instrumental in taking out the other ones is that I think with the exception of Mistral, it has the best, I mean, granted, Atlas has its military and everything, and the harsh conditions, and Mistral's pretty well fortified. But I think out of all of them, it had the best natural barriers.
It did.
So...
And it was also fairly centralized.
Yeah, so it's like taking out the heart of all... I would say taking out the heart of the kingdom, but there are several kingdoms. It was definitely the heart of taking out... Yeah, the world, the known world, as it's laid out right now.
We still have short-term communications, but long-term communications are... Can we build another tower? Like, it's easy.
I mean,
but
you do have people with magic.
But you also kind of still have Kevin.
Well, and we saw with Glinda towards the end of, at the end of Volume 3, that, like, not everything can be put back together so easily, and it also takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
So there's only so much that can be done.
And the place is probably still overrun with Grimm.
Yeah.
So we do need to get that tower back up again, because, again, it's the tech support part of me going, you have no redundancies. You have no backups. You have no nothing. This is not a good system.
You get, I think, when you rely too much on magic.
No, just, it was part magic, but partially also tech-based. The issue was, if one goes down, they all go down, and that's a problem.
Thanks for nothing, Ozpin, for not setting up any backups.
What if you have an ice storm? What if you have an accident? What if there's a terrorist attack, which there was here?
Again, I think...
There are so many things that could go wrong that it's like you have this big, huge thing where if it goes down, your interplanetary is not the word, intercontinental communications are fucked.
I think the assumption, again, was that, one, no one would try a terrorist attack. Two, if anything like a natural disaster occurred, again, they could fix it with magic. They could fix it with their semblances, They're like, oh, whatever, we'll take care of it. Or it's entirely possible that people like Ozpin saw that as a potential danger, poetry aside, and no one listened, and or the council turned it down, and or, they in their hubris thought that nothing would ever happen, or maybe...
As long as we rely on each other,
or maybe there was somebody higher up that's in on it.
That
would prevent any further...
But that would have had to have been a huge chunk of time ago.
We don't know how old Cinder is.
Young. Well, we don't know how old Salem is.
There you go.
Anyway, that was a completely different world of Remnant from, like, Volume 2 that we're still wrecking on. It was either Volume 2 or Volume 3. I think it was Volume 2 that had that bit about the communication towers, and we were all like...
This is a bad thing.
Not a good idea.
You're setting this is not going to end well.
So yeah, I think by the time this goes up, the everything will have been over. We will have done our second RWBY show. So our AfterBuzz RWBY after shows are every other Thursday. The next one after this video goes up will be Thursday, December 1st at 7 p.m. Tune in. We might have a person joining us. It should be fun.
I was going to say, this one, definitely this week. So, that's, but we're not going to see that.
So, do the thing. It'll be great. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
because that's also
everybody.
when this will be going up. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and most of the social medias at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. Again, really looking forward to the after show on the 1st. It's going to be a hoot.
You can follow our sister network Silver Screams at silver_screams on the social medias and search Silver Screams on YouTube. We talk about horror things. We're still kind of working with different backdrops and whatnot, and so it's a lot harder to record something in the long form. So would you say it's on hiatus for now?
No.
No?
No, it's just a matter of time management and getting caught up.
Time and sitting on the floor for an hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so we're not on hiatus, we're just working on the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, follow that. We will be back up in working order in the future. It's going to happen. Foreshortening.
The future.
The future. This channel has a Ko-fi. If you want to support us, the link is in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.